And look who he's handing the papers to. They're not even black. So I'm all sorts of confused, and I reverse image search this cop and I can see that he's in all kinds of TikTok videos serving papers to business owners.
I'm not saying you should do this, but if you're a morally corrupt individual and like to make money,
Where you at, Berto?
don't fall for TikTok sob stories.
Well, a few weeks ago I stumbled across an Instagram reel from a woman who said, "My husband got fired 2 weeks after our daughter was born. So I decided to put all of our savings into pursuing a Disney wine glass business. Please stay."
What? It sounds dumb as hell.
Just 9 seconds to support us through this hardship. And would you look at these Disney-themed glasses? Aren't they cool? Handmade too. They just make me want to stare out a castle window and burst into singing. Don't you just love stories like this, when someone takes one of life's toughest blows and turns it into something truly magical? I knew that this was a business I had to support, and that's why I headed to her website, Royalty Cups, to check out the full Disney Princess collection. They've got one named after each Disney princess, but I ended up buying the Ariel because of its unique seashell shape and because she was actually my first crush as a kid.
Why does this feel like a scam?
I couldn't wait to receive it and enjoy a refreshing mermaid martini. But I continue to see her posts show up in my feed promoting these glasses. And when I went to check out her profile,
She's not making them. They're coming from fucking China. She scammed us.
I noticed that the same reel about her husband has been reposted I don't know how many times. Wait a minute, this one says he was fired 3 weeks after the baby was born. Okay, was it 2 weeks or 3? And didn't she say it was a baby girl? Cause this baby sure doesn't look like a girl. And this isn't even the same dad. How many baby dads?
Wait a minute. I ain't gonna lie. This might be one of them situations though. You fell for this. You fell for this. If you fell for this, I ain't gonna lie. Do we feel bad for you? It's not even the same man from frame to frame in the same video. I ain't gonna lie. You deserve to get your money took. I would have took your money too, sucker.
Daddies does this lady have? I started searching for these men and they've both been ripped off of other TikTok accounts that have nothing to do with wine glasses. So
Shit.
What's going on here? This is when I decide that it's time to do a deep dive into this account, and I learned that for the past year she's been uploading variations of this video multiple times a week trying to get her story out.
Which means it's working. Which means it's working. This isn't a trial run. She's running up that bag.
But at some point, this little startup of hers ran into some trouble when she was sued by Disney. And apparently she has the doorbell footage of a cop serving her with papers.
I can't believe I was crying like that.
And now she needs help raising money for the legal fees to save her black-owned business.
Almost got my stupid ass. She faked getting sued by Disney to continue to sell more Disney products. And niggas fell for it.
That's just gonna have to wait a while.
Okay, why exactly would Disney sue you over these glasses? There's no Disney IP in the designs, and just because Ariel is a mermaid doesn't mean that Disney has the rights to all seashells. Also, why would Disney send a local policeman to serve you? Trademark infringement is a civil matter, not a criminal one. They just write you a letter. And look who he's handing the papers to. They're not even black. So I'm all sorts of confused, and I reverse image search this cop and I can see that he's in all kinds of TikTok videos serving papers to business owners. My gosh, this cop is busy. Here's a guy getting sued by Casio for making custom watches. Isn't that sad? And here's another angle of our...
I ain't gonna lie, this is method, chat. I'm not saying you should do this, but if you're a morally corrupt individual and like to make money, I'm not gonna say too much. Do with that information what you will.
Friend getting sued by Disney.
Hey, ma'am, Officer Garcia with Westfield PD. Are you Miss Bernalis?
Yeah.
The Walt Disney Company has filed a lawsuit naming you as a defendant.
Disney?
The only person who might get sued by Disney is me for sharing these videos that use the song Almost There from Princess and the Frog. I'm starting to ask myself, what did I just buy? I'm scared to find out. You know, anytime you shop online,
Did it even
especially
come?
if it's from a questionable website, you should be using a VPN.
Hey, yo.
And I recommend Surfshark VPN.
Oh, I ain't gonna lie, brother. Your sponsorship levels are strong. Didn't even sense that one. Didn't even sense that one. I'm not gonna lie, chat. That was smooth. That was smooth. Get your money, King. Get your money.
Women look different in every single video she posts. These are 3 very different women. I'll admit, I'm still pretty new to TikTok, but is this normal? Have people abandoned traditional marketing in favor of tugging at your heartstrings and guilting you into buying their products? Here's a little fun exercise for you. Go
My
to
video
TikTok
better
and
not
do a
get
search for
copyrighted,
stay
bro.
9
Kept
seconds
playing
and
that
see what pops
bullshit.
up. Here's a poor old man saying that he's about to lose his farm and he wants you to stick around and see the slippers that he's selling to raise money. Here's a girl who totally isn't AI generated pleading with you to buy a handmade watch from her.
If you can find it in your heart to give me a share, I would really appreciate it.
Stick around for 9 seconds and hear the sad story about this vet trying to sell his custom military mugs.
Can you guys please stay 8 seconds to save my failing military mug business?
Or this vet trying to sell some blankets. And what's more embarrassing is that people are actually falling for this. Look at these comments. These accounts are just stitching videos of sad people or...
Hey, bro. I'm not gonna lie, somebody's grandma definitely fell for this, chat. Before we get back into the video, if you're in need of some easy free money, there's this app called Free Cash where they pay you money to play their video games. If you click the link in the description or scan my QR code on the screen, you'll be able to download the app and choose which games you want to play that are actually fun to make easy free money, bro. These apps are paying people to test out their games, so that's just how the system works, so you can make this free easy money. I'll show you guys right here. Plenty of people are telling me they're making an easy 5, 10, 20, some even hundreds of dollars extra a month. It's all transparent. It's not a scam. And they really do pay you the money through methods like PayPal, gift cards, whatever you need to cash out, they got you. So if you need the extra money and you like video games, click the link in the description or scan the QR code on the screen and get yourself some free extra money. Let's get right back into the video. That's facts. That's such facts. Bro, I ain't gonna lie, man. I'm not mad at this, dude. This is business. This is business. Y'all can say what you want, bruh. This is business. Who's really mad at this? This looks like method, like low key. It's not ethical. But like I said, if you a little bit non-ethical, who's gonna stop me? We should all be top tier scammers. Oh shit. Let me not say too much, bruh. YouTube is gonna eat me up in the comments. Berto, you're fucking... Grow a pair.
This sweet old man who isn't a farmer and isn't selling slippers. He's just on TikTok telling corny jokes.
Why did the chicken cross the playground to get to the other slide?
But what are the people behind these accounts actually selling? Are these products really handmade with love and care by the struggling souls in these videos? What kind of seashell...
Berto seriously entering a scammer phase? I would never scam y'all, bro. I would never scam y'all. I would never scam y'all because I care way too much about my community. But it's like, I was a young nigga too, bruh. High school, middle school. I ain't gonna lie, I'm running this play to the death. If I had this as an option in high school, I'm doing this on everything. That doesn't mean that y'all should do it. I'm just telling y'all, as a young, dumb, stupid nigga trying to get some money, I would have did this without even, I wouldn't have even bat an eye. I would have did this.
glass is gonna show up in my mailbox. That's when I start reverse image searching
Don't
this
plug
thing
your
and I can
cash
see an
app.
item just like it is being sold by a company called The Simplified Girl, who's also making reels with Disney songs.
Closer, closer.
Seems like all their glasses are the same.
Berto gonna do this after stream? No,
So
I'm
who
not.
is the real manufacturer of these? Then I see they're even being sold on Amazon.
China.
This one's almost half the price, and it ships with Amazon Prime. So I placed an order for both. One from Simplified Girl, and then one from Amazon, because I want to see them up close. And the Amazon one arrived the very next day. Meanwhile, the royalty cut
Might've
girl
just
whose
broke.
husband lost his job hasn't even shipped it yet. But let's see what we've got from Amazon. I did a little unboxing review for you and can see that this is a Chinese-made product from a company called Singhao. And it looks About what I expected it to look like. Okay, cool, but I'm sure the handmade ones are better, right? I soon was notified that the Simplified Girls glass shipped, but check out where it's coming from. It had better not be the same glass. It's the exact same glass! Please tell me that these are just knockoffs of the original, handcrafted, black-owned business glasses made with real Disney magic. If only the thing would ship so I could find out. I started wondering if it even would ship, but soon enough I see it moving, and wouldn't you know it, it's coming from China. You gotta be kidding me. So I write to Royalty Cups on Instagram, the same account posting these sad sob stories begging for business.
Chill, for real, don't send
I
your
said,
cash
hi, do you
app
know
in
when I
chat,
can
bro.
expect my glass?
I don't know if you're joking.
She asked
Don't
for my
do that.
order number and says it's been shipped, and I say, where's it coming from? She says, any of our small locations in the US. We notify a closer warehouse to you. They ship it. But due to being a fragile item, shipping is expensive on our end and a little slower. And I'm like, it says it's in China. She says it's on its route. And I'm like, from China? She said, we import materials boxes from there, but the order will be within the US. What does that mean? It's not coming from the US. It's coming from China. It's already been manufactured. And something tells me that the manufacturing process didn't look like this. I then sent her a link to the Simplified Girl, who seems to be selling the exact same glass. Except of course it's a redirect link that I created with Grabify. And because she's not using a VPN when she clicks it, I can see her IP address and it's in Gatineau, Canada.
Oh, they scamming in Canada? Sheesh, I thought scammers didn't exist in Canada.
And this whole time I thought she was running a black-owned business here in the good old USA. Now the website says, while we're proudly an American business, our growing fan base has allowed us to expand our operations. We now work with trusted partner factories in multiple locations to meet demand while maintaining our high quality standards. Rest assured, every cup is crafted with the same attention to detail and love, no matter where it's made. Yeah, that's a long way of saying made in China. She writes back and says that the Simplified Girl is also her, but she prices them differently for different audiences.
All right, bitch, you holding on to this lie. Just say, look, man, you bought your shit, we shipped it, you're not getting scammed, you're getting what you paid for, and the shipping's slow as fuck. If you want your money back, just say that. That's how I would have responded to that customer. God damn, doing all this lying.
So I guess I'm about to...
This is drop shipping. This literally is drop shipping, and that's why I literally don't feel like it's that crazy, bro. Like, again, for all of y'all emotional motherfuckers that's gonna bitch, moan, and cry about this being a scam, it's like, realistically, it's definitely a little bit unethical, but this is just drop shipping, bro. This is just drop shipping. Like, people do this all the time and make money. It's just another way to make money. And it would really be a scam if somebody was paying for something and then they didn't get their product. You know what I'm saying? They're taking your money and you don't get what you paid for. But at the end of the day, you're getting what you paid for. You know, sob story aside, it's not like you were donating money. You paid for something and you're getting the product. I don't necessarily consider that a scam. I just consider that this shady marketing, but it's not a scam. But I know people are going to disagree with me because it's unethical. Okay, you're entitled to that opinion. But either way, this person's paid and they're getting the product. It's just slow as fuck.
Get the same glass. So I backed off because I wanted to see what was going to arrive, and nearly 3 weeks later, it came. And as you can see, it's different. Wow, it's
arguably nicer.
The same size and the same shape, but no paint. It's honestly not bad, except it looks nothing like the thing that I ordered.
Well, that is not okay. You can't sell something and then they don't get what they didn't pay for. So I guess at this point, is this a scam? Unethical marketing. Don't get what you paid for. Fine. We can stamp scam on it. You got it. But it's arguably nicer though. Let's be real, chat. It's arguably nicer. I would argue that what they got is nicer than this. Right or wrong? Doesn't make it right though. Doesn't make it right though.
Maybe
You
I
got
bought
me.
the
You
last
got
one
me.
from her other company, the Simplified Girl. And here's the really funny part. You can hop on Alibaba and buy these things in bulk for only $4.50 each. They even have multiple colors for you to choose from. Meanwhile, this person, whoever they are, is likely running a drop shipping play, paying a couple dollars per glass and flipping them for $55 with a tragic...
Damn. Yeah, bro. See, y'all gonna say I'm a bad person and some more shit, but you paid $55 for that, nigga. Something's wrong with you, gang. $55? You ain't never heard of Amazon? You didn't even check Amazon? You didn't cross-reference at all before spending 55 smacks on that piece of shit? I don't feel bad for you. This is probably why... Let me not even put that in the air. What I was going to say is like, I don't feel like I'm not likable because I do feel like for most part, people are reasonable, like the people that watch me. But every once in a while, people really try to make me seem like I'm a bad person for my takes. And that's just kind of like, nigga, that's natural selection, right? Like to a degree.
TikTok backstory about how it's lovingly handmade by a poor, oppressed, hardworking artisan. So I follow up with them and I say, hello, thank you for the glass. It arrived. They say, hey, no worries. I hope you like them. I said, oh, so are you the one who started the business after your husband lost his job? Yeah, it is me, but now it's been over a year. Then I said, is this also your company? And I sent her the Alibaba page, the place where she most likely is getting them from.
He's doing the most.
And she blocked me after that. I guess I have my answer. I just don't think it's a very good business practice to lie about the origin of your products and elicit sympathy from your customers in order to make a sale. Plenty of people source material from China, and there's nothing wrong with that. You should just be honest about it. In fact...
Fine. I agree with that. All jokes aside, I agree with the honest part. You should just be honest about it. But it's like, you don't necessarily... Okay, maybe the better thing is, you don't have to disclose that it's sourced from China unless it's asked. Like if the customer asks where the product is coming from, I feel like they deserve to know the truth. So doing all that lying is definitely crazy.
You've inspired me, lady. I'm gonna start a business to compete with you. And if I get enough interest, I'm gonna launch a business called Mermaid Martinis, and I'll buy these glasses in bulk for $4, and I'm gonna undercut you by selling them for $10. And then every time I launch
That's a good ass name.
a video, we'll all celebrate with a dirty Dr. Pepper. Well, let's toast to you, Royalty Cups and Simplified Girl. You've shown us how to spot deceptive advertising. I hope Disney doesn't sue either of us, and I'll see you all in the next video.
W video, I actually really enjoyed that. I'm curious to read his comment section just so I can prep my mind for mine. He's not even black. Stayed 9 seconds and I have a sad story. Anyway, I have a factory and multiple warehouses. Also, if you have a lead testing kit, test the glasses for lead. Oh, lead. Jesus, I can't read. Oh my God. They should have never given us AI. What does this say? Don't ask me to go to TikTok. I watch your videos so I don't have to suffer through the nonsense. Nobody's saying scam. I'm just looking for the scam comments. Okay, this person. This really sucks. Those scammers ruin everything for all the legitimate and actually good craftsmen artists out there. I guess that's fair, bro. I guess that's fair. I mean, I gave y'all my real take. At the end of the day, this is drop shipping, it's business, but I guess there's a better way to go about it to where it doesn't have to be shady. Fine. Fine.
Where you at, Berto?
I made this shit look too easy.